All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody. That was a quick turnaround. We've got the Minnesota Vikings. What did I just do here? I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. The computer I'm looking at just did something screwy. I don't know what. All right, now I'm back. All right, next up it'll be the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. It'll be the second game of our Thanksgiving. Okay, just put me on another. Jeez. It took my laptop all of a sudden got a mind of its own. Let's go back to my channel. It jumped to another channel all by itself. The laptop I was looking at. Okay, now we're back. That was odd. All right, here we go. The second game of our Thanksgiving triple header. It'll be the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. Let's take a look at the standings right now. Green Bay just defeated Detroit. So Green Bay now in the NFC Central is 8-4. They have a game-and-a-half lead over Chicago, Tampa Bay, and Minnesota. All a game-and-a-half back. If the Vikings win, they stay one game behind Green Bay in the NFC Central. Dallas really doesn't, well, they have a very slim chance that they can catch the Giants in the NFC East. The Giants are 9-2. Dallas is 6-5, 3 games back with 5 games to go. It's going to be hard for Dallas to catch them. But the Cowboys are right in the thick of the NFC wildcard chase. So this is really a must-win for both teams in this one, as both teams come in at 6-5 on the season. Waldo missed the last game. He's 24-24. He's back to 500. Evil Dead is now 105-70. He's at 35 games over 500. He still has time to get to 50 games over 500, which he did last season. As we still have pretty much, 5 weeks left of the regular season and the postseason to go. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let's head out to Dallas, Texas for this one. Vikings Cowboys here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. It's the Vikings and the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. And welcome into another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports, the second game of our Turkey Day triple header. We're in Big D. The 6-5 Vikings, the 6-5 Cowboys. A must-win for both teams. Something's going to give. The Vikings will get the ball first. We're underway. Live from Dallas. About a yard deep. Keith brings it out. Dante Keith over the 20. And Keith out to the 23-yard line. Vikings are led by their starting quarterback, Jay Foster, in his 5th year at the University of Michigan. I already know who Evil Dead is taking. He's taking the Vikings. We'll find out who Waldo wants to take. Evil Dead always takes the Vikings. Except when the Vikings are playing the Jets. What about you, Misty? Yep, Evil Dead's got the purple people leaders. I thought as much. We'll figure out who Waldo wants to take. Misty's nobody. She's refusing to pick. 1st and 10, Vikings from their own 23-yard line, just underway. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Phil Maffa. Yeah, Maffa to the 24, gain of a yard. Let's take a look at the Vikings offense. Up front, Madison, Blanchard, Strong, Brocious, and Griffin. And then it's James, Phillips, Maffa, Underwood, and Mills. A gain of a yard. Thomas Watts on the tackle for Dallas. the 6th-year defensive end out of Tulsa. Phil Maffa, the 2nd-year back out of Clemson. 2nd and 9 for the Vikings at their own 24. Foster under center. Foster looking, throws, fires to James, and James fumbles, and the Cowboys scoop it up. Rondé James caught the ball. The 4th-year receiver out of Arizona got ripped away, and the Cowboys recover at the Viking 31-yard line. Ripped away by Kerry Rule, and I think the linebacker Don Phillips fell on it. No, that ball was clearly out. It was ripped away by Rule. Kerry Rule, the 10th-year All-Pro linebacker out of UTEP. Up. So the Cowboys get the game's first big break. Their offense comes out onto the field, led by Carson Beck, the 2nd-year quarterback out of Georgia. 1st and 10 Cowboys at the Viking 31-yard line. Beck under center, single back. Beck to Baxter, and Baxter no gain. On the safety blitz, Ross Martin on the tackle, the 3rd-year safety out of Baylor. Gain of a yard for Baxter, the 12th-year back out of USC. It'll be 2nd and 9 Dallas at the Viking 31. Beck under center on 2nd and 9. Beck pump fakes, hands off to Baxter. He gets nailed in the backfield for a 5-yard loss. Andy Doris comes in, the 13th-year defensive end out of Wisconsin. He came flying in there and made a great tackle. A loss of 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and 14 for Dallas. Somebody didn't stick with their block, allowing Doris to get in there. Dallas now back at the Viking 36-yard line, 3rd and 14. 3 wide to the near side. Beck in the shotgun, 3rd and 14. Beck looking. Beck fires, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Ty Martin, the 8th-year linebacker out of Tennessee, knocks the ball down. Dallas goes 3 and out. And now they'll try a 53-yard field goal. The Viking defense played very tough on that possession. Charlie Marshall was the intended receiver, the 4th-year receiver out of Fresno State. And now Robert Riker, the rookie out of Iowa, will come on. And this will be a 53-yard attempt to get Dallas on the board first. Snap, kick is up. Oh, I don't think so. Nope. No good. Cowboys come up empty following the turnover. And Minnesota will take over with good field position. They'll have it at their own 43-yard line. We still have no score. Both teams have had it once. 1st and 10 Minnesota going the other way. We're live from AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Our Week 13 Thanksgiving Day game here at Jammin' Sports. I know it's not really Thanksgiving, but on the schedule it is. Yeah, we're about a week and a half from Thanksgiving. I think it's a week from Thursday. First and 10, Minnesota from their own 43. 4 wide, Foster in the gun. Foster to Maffa, and Phil Maffa out to the 49, a gain of 8. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. The 2nd-year back out of Clemson. On the tackle was Ben Patton, the safety. Davis has rejoined us. Well, you can go down to the local deli and get some. 2nd and 2 from the 49 of Dallas. Foster under center. Foster to Maffa. Maffa to the 47, a 2-yard gain. First down, Minnesota. Down to the Cowboy 47-yard line. 5:42 and counting. Here in the first quarter, no score. Both teams are 6-5. Both teams trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Both teams chasing their division leaders. It's a must-win for both teams. 1st and 10 for the Cowboy 47. Foster to Maffa. And Maffa to the 44-yard line, a gain of 3. Let's take a look at the Dallas defense. They play a 4-3. Watt, Stillman, Hackett, and Sanders up front. Linebackers, Richmond, Rule, and Phillips. And the secondary, Jefferson, Patton, Phillips, and Keaton. They have a couple of defensive players whose last name is Phillips. Don Phillips, the linebacker, and Greg Phillips, the safety. 2nd and 7 for the Vikings at the Dallas 44-yard line. Everybody in tight, single back. Foster under center. Foster, play action, throws, caught by Lawson Underwood, the big tight end, down the sideline all the way to the 13-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 31 yards to Underwood, the 11th year tight end out of Iowa. First down, Minnesota. Finally making the tackle is Greg Phillips, the safety, in his 9th year out of Texas A&M. Obviously, I don't believe in retired numbers. Phillips has Emmitt Smith's old number. That's a waste of numbers. You can honor them without retiring a number. I think that's so stupid. You're going to run out of numbers. 1st and 10 from the 13. Foster to Maffa. And Maffa to the 11. A gain of 2. Be 2nd and 8. Tackle made by number 98. That's Thomas Watts, the 6th year defensive end out of Tulsa. You don't think they'll run out of numbers? Talk to the New York Yankees. 2nd and 8 from the 11-yard line. Foster under center. 4 wide. Foster to Maffa up the middle, and Maffa to the 9. Another 2-yard gain. That time the tackle made by Steelman. Philip Steelman, the 2nd-year defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Vikings at the Cowboy 9-yard line. Boy, those Viking uniforms look so good, don't they? 5 wide, empty backfield. Foster back to throw. Throws, caught by Phillips. Touchdown, Vikings. Rashard Phillips, the 5th-year back out of San Diego State. A 9-yard touchdown catch. And the Vikings take a 6-0 lead. Nice drive by Minnesota. If the Cowboys lose and the Giants win later this week, the Giants will clinch at least a wild card. Randy Lloyd for the point after. Kick is up, and it's good. Vikings lead at 7-0. 3.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Live from AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Our Week 13 Thanksgiving Day game here at Gemma Sports. Our 3rd Thanksgiving game, the night game up next. It's Kansas City and Chicago. Another game where 2 teams fighting for their playoff lives. More so for the Bears than the Chiefs. Randy Lloyd will kick off for Minnesota. And there's the kickoff by Lloyd. From the 5, Holiday on the return over the 20, 25. And Marvin Holiday gets taken down at the 31-yard line. The 3rd-year back out of Texas. And now Carson Beck comes back out to lead the Cowboy offense. 1st and 10 Dallas at their own 31. 3:26 left here in the first quarter. Vikings up 7-0. Evil Dead took the Vikings. I never did get a pick from Waldo. And it's too late now. The Vikings have a touchdown on the board. Everybody in tight for Dallas. Beck under center. Beck to Baxter. And Sam Baxter plows forward for 4 out to the 35. Tackle made by Josiah Hayes, the second-year defensive tackle out of Kentucky. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Dallas at their own 35 as we're coming up on 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Cowboys come out. Beck in the shotgun. Beck drops back. Throws near side. Caught by Baxter. Out to the 36. A gain of a yard. Ross Martin, the safety, came up, made the tackle. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Dallas at their own 36-yard line. So a big 3rd down coming up for the Cowboys right here. Clock is moving, 2:40 and counting. Cowboys come out, 4 wide, single back. Beck in the shotgun.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Beck drops back, looking, rolls out, in trouble. Beck avoids a sack and has to throw it away. He had a Viking biting at his ankles, manages to throw it away. But that'll bring up 4th down. It'll be 4th and 5, and the Cowboys are going to have to punt. That'll stop the clock with 2:22 left here in the first quarter. Andrew Jamison, the 5th-year punter out of USC, gets the punt away. Fielded at the 12 by Dante Keith, and Keith brings it back to the 29-yard line. The 8th-year receiver out of Penn State. And now the Viking offense will come back out, 1st and 10. 2:13 left to play here in the first quarter. Vikings up 7-0. Minnesota at 6 and 5. Dallas at 6 and 5. First and 10. Foster in the shotgun for the Vikings. Foster drops back. Foster throws, and it's knocked down. Great play by Wesley Keaton, the 12th-year defensive back out of Missouri. The intended receiver was John Mills, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. That'll stop the clock with 2:09 left in the first. Vikings come out on 2nd down. Foster in the shotgun. Foster drops back. Foster gets sacked. Back at the 25, a loss of 4 yards. Sack made by Orlando Sanders, the 8th-year defensive end out of Illinois. A loss of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Waldo is late. Waldo, you're not a big Viking fan, are you? Okay, I'll give you Dallas. I'll put you down for the Cowboys. I'll make an exception, only because it's Turkey Day. 3rd and 13 for the Vikings, leading 7-0 at their own 25. Foster in the gun, and back on either side. Foster looking. Foster fires deep, caught by Mills. He had to come back for it. I don't think he's got the first down. No, he's getting about a half a yard short. It's a 12-yard gain. It'll be 4th down. Wesley Keaton came up, made the tackle, keeping them from getting the first down. So James Spalding will come on, the rookie punter out of Baylor. Spalding gets the punt away. From the 10-yard line, Banks brings it back to the 16. Jerome Banks. And now the Dallas offense will come back out. It's still a 7-0 ball game in favor of Minnesota. 1:09 left in the first quarter. If you missed the earlier game, you didn't miss a whole lot. Green Bay beat Detroit in the earlier game, 26-14. That's being uploaded to YouTube as we speak. 1st and 10 from the 16. Beck under center. Beck to Baxter around the outside. Breaks a tackle, but not the second one. Ty Martin gets him for a loss. Back to the 13-yard line. The All-Pro linebacker in his 8th year out of Tennessee, Ty Martin. And that'll bring up 2nd and 13. Misty's saying goodnight at 6:47 Central Time. Really? Yeah, you have been up since about 4:30. That's true. So have I. I didn't get my nap today. I'm trying not to be grumpy. That's why I had my coffee. 2nd and 13 from the 13-yard line. We're down to 43 seconds left. Beck under center. Beck to Baxter. Gets outside. And Baxter picks up 3 to the 16-yard line. Make it a 4-yard gain. Donovan St. Paul on the tackle, the linebacker. In his 4th year out of Dayton. This might be the last play of the quarter. 3rd and 9, 5 receivers wide for the Cowboys. Beck drops back, throws, gets it out to Nick Stevens, out to the 26. And that's enough. A 10-yard gain, 1st down Dallas. As we watch the replay, that'll be the end of the first quarter. Vikings up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. We go to the second quarter. The Vikings lead the Cowboys 7-0 in our Week 13 Thanksgiving Day game. Both teams come in at 6-5, right in the thick of the NFC wildcard race. It'll be 1st and 10. For the Cowboys at their own 26-yard line as we start the second quarter. Cowboys come out in the I formation. Beck under center. Beck, play action. Fires, gets it out to Burton. That's the fullback. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Taylor Burton, the 12th year fullback out of Kansas State. A gain of 5, it'll be 2nd and 5. Jeremy Bell came up, made the tackle. The 9th year defensive back out of Alabama. It's always fun when I argue with myself. It's Burton. No, yes. 2nd and 5 from the 31. Beck under center. Single back. Beck to Baxter up the middle. Baxter picks up the 1st down. 6 yards out to the 37-yard line. Ty Martin on the tackle. 1st down Cowboys. At their own 37. Down 7-0. 7:19 left to play here in the first half. Our third Thanksgiving Day game up after this. The night game. It'll be the Chiefs and the Bears from Chicago after this one. In the offset I, Beck under center on 1st and 10. Beck draws back, throws, caught by Marshall, and Charlie Marshall to the 44. A gain of 8, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 2. Charlie Marshall in his 4th year out of Fresno State. The linebacker, Ty Martin on the tackle again. Vikings lead it 7-0 here in the second quarter. 2nd and 2 for Dallas at their own 44-yard line. Cowboys in the offset I. Beck, play action. Fires, dumps it off to Baxter. Turns upfield, crosses midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 8, and that'll be a Dallas 1st down into Viking territory. Donovan St. Paul came up, made the tackle for Minnesota. 6:15 and counting here in the first half. Cowboys come out in the I formation. Beck under center.
Hurry up, here we go.
Beck to Baxter again. Puts his head down, plows forward 2 yards to the 46-yard line. Make it a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7. Tackle made by Donovan St. Paul again. I'll tell you who these two teams play next week, right after this play. 2nd and 7. Beck in the shotgun. Draw play to Marvin Holiday. Holiday picks up 2 to the 44-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and 6. Tackle made by number 90, Eric Mason, the 6th-year defensive tackle out of Maryland. Next week, Dallas will play at Washington, the Redskins, and Minnesota will be at Seattle next week. 3rd and 6 from the 44-yard line. Beck in the shotgun, 3 to the near side. Beck back, throws, caught by Stevens, but he's going to be shy of the marker. He only picks up 2 yards. As Ty Martin's there to make the tackle. Martin's having himself a half. Going to bring up 4th and 4. Dallas will punt unless they want to try a 59-yard field goal. I wouldn't recommend it. Well, I don't know if their kicker, Robert Riker, has the leg for that. They're going to punt. Andrew Jamison back to punt on 4th and 4. Look for the fake. They pitch it to Burton, and he gets hit in the backfield. No gain. I kind of thought they were. Dallas tried the fake. They snap it to the fullback, Burton, and the Vikings weren't fooled at all. Nice tackle there by Burnside. That's Lawrence Burnside, the safety, in his 5th year out of BYU. Cowboys come up empty. I had a feeling they were going to fake it because Riker doesn't have the leg for that. It'll be 1st and 10, Minnesota going the other way. And the Vikings have pretty good field position at their own 42-yard line. Up 7-0. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Foster in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Foster fakes the handoff. Foster rolls out, fires deep. Caught by Rondé James all the way down to the 27-yard line. That's a 25-yard, actually more than that. It's a 31-yard gain. Rondé James down to the 27-yard line. The 4th-year receiver out of Arizona. First down, Minnesota. They can make it a 2-possession game. They're in field goal range already. Making the tackle, number 51 for Dallas. That's Renard Henderson, the 4th-year linebacker out of South Florida. But a big gain for the Vikings. Turkey Day in Big D. Week 13, that's the final Sunday in November. It's Thanksgiving week. Foster under center on 1st and 10. Foster, play action, fires, and it's nearly picked off. Broken up by Aaron Jefferson, the 12th-year defensive back out of Alabama. Incomplete pass. They were looking for Rondé James, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Minnesota. That'll stop the clock with 4:01 left in the half. Vikings still up 7-0. Yeah, try to reach Waller. That's 2nd and 10. Foster, play action. Foster rolls out, fires outside, caught on the sideline by Mills, but they say incomplete. I think his feet were on the line. Let's see if the Vikings challenge that. What's Big D? That's what they call Dallas. 3rd and 10 from the 27-yard line, 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster Fires outside, caught by Moffitt, turns upfield, and Phil Moffitt to the 23. A gain of 4 yards. It's going to bring up 4th and 6. So the Vikings will kick a field goal. This will be a 40-yard attempt by Randy Lloyd coming up. It'll make it a 2-possession game. Randy Lloyd from 40 yards. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. Vikings lead at 10-0. 3:21 left to play here in the first half. Live from AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Week 13, our Thanksgiving Day game here at Jammin' Sports. The 6-5 Vikings, the 6-5 Cowboys. The loser of this game is going to be at 6-6 at 500. And that's going to seriously hurt their playoff chances. There is a logjam in the NFC right now. You've got about 10 teams vying for 6 playoff spots. Yeah, they're like a dynasty. Randy Lloyd will kick off. From the 2, Holiday over the 10, 15, 20, 25. Marvin Holiday all the way out to the 36. Nice return. Let's see if the Cowboys can get on the scoreboard before halftime. I do believe Dallas gets the ball first in the second half, if I'm not mistaken. A chance now for Dallas to get a twofer. 3:17 left in the second quarter. Vikings up 10-0. Vikings have dominated on defense. Beck under center. Beck to Baxter up the middle, and Baxter to the 41, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Jeremy Bell came up and made the tackle for Minnesota, the defensive back. We're at the 3-minute mark here in the first half. On 2nd and 5, Beck under center.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Beck hands off to Baxter, and Baxter gets stood up at the 44, a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Donovan St. Paul came in there, the linebacker, and stood him up and took him down. 3rd and 2 for Dallas now at their own 44-yard line. Big third down for the Cowboys. Beck under center.
Here we go.
Beck to Baxter. Picks up the first down. Driving forward out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, Dallas. That'll move the chains. And in all likelihood, that will also take us to the 2-minute warning. And it will. Vikings up 10-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. 2 minutes left in the first half. Vikings lead the Cowboys 10-0. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining in the half. Dallas trying to get on the board before halftime. On 1st and 10 from their own 49. 4 receivers set wide. Beck in the shotgun.
Green 39. Green.
Beck drops back. Looking, fires deep downfield, and is picked off by the Vikings. Spencer with it. Andrew Spencer, the safety, picks it off and brings it back to the 18-yard line. Picked it off at the 10. The 5th-year safety out of USC. He had blanketing coverage here. Watch this. They were looking for Tom Plant. The ball was a bit underthrown. Spencer had position. It was like he was the wide receiver. It'll be first down, Minnesota going the other way. And now the Vikings with a chance to make it a 3-score game before halftime if they can get a touchdown. 1:53 left in the half. They have all 3 of their timeouts. They'll be starting at their own 18-yard line. Yeah, nice get to Cleety. Four wide, 3 to the far side. Foster in the shotgun. Foster looking. Foster fires, and a diving catch by Dante Keith out to the 32-yard line. A gain of 14 yards. First down, Vikings. I'm surprised they're not going to the hurry up. They're at their own 32-yard line. Madden 19 has an authentic hurry-up offense, but they're not using it. 1:35 left. Vikings still with 3 timeouts. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Foster in the shotgun. You are now 105 and 70, yes. Fires deep, caught by Rondé James. Oh, he went backwards. Lost the first down, only gets 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. That is correct, Evil Dan. You're 35 games over. You've been stuck at 35 and 36 over for a while now. Need to make a push so you can hit 50 before the season's over. You need 15 more. 2nd and 3 from the 39. Foster, 4 wide, back to throw. Fires near side, caught by Dante Keith out to the 46. The Vikings take a timeout with 48 seconds left in the half. They have 2 timeouts left, and that'll be a Viking first down at their own 46-yard line. That was a gain of 7. Vikings may not get a touchdown here, but they're trying to at least get a field goal. The Cowboys do get the second half kickoff. No, Waldo, I mean 105 and 70. 1st and 10 from the 46. 4 wide, Foster in the gun. Foster drops back. Foster looking, rolls out. Foster, shovel past Underwood. Sweet, look at that. And he's out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That's a 13-yard shovel pass to Lawson Underwood. That's pretty when it works. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, as Wesley Keaton pushed him out of bounds. Heads up play by Foster. Vikings still with 2 timeouts. They're down to the Cowboy 41-yard line. 40 seconds left in the half. 3 wide to the far side. Foster in the gun. 1st and 10. Foster back. Fires near side. He led his receiver too much. He was looking for Moffa in the flat. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 37 seconds left in the half. 2nd and 10 from the Cowboy 41. Waldo, you are now 24 and 24. 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Foster drops back. Fires on the near side, and it's intercepted. No, he's out of bounds. Aaron Jefferson only got 1 foot in, and the Vikings dodge a bullet on that one. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Minnesota. Jefferson came down with it, but he was out of bounds. 3rd and 10 for the Vikings at the Dallas 41. 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster, low snap, hands off to Moffa, gets outside. Moffa turns inside. 3 yards to the 38-yard line. Patton comes up. Ben Patton, the 3rd-year safety out of Tennessee, on the tackle. It'll be 4th down for the Vikings. It'd be a 55-yard field goal attempt if they want to try it. Let's see what they do. They're going to try it. Randy Lloyd from 55 as the clock will tick down. There's the kick. It's up. And it's good. He nails it at the half. Halftime score, the Vikings 13, the Cowboys nothing here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, our Week 13 Thanksgiving Day game. Vikings lead the Cowboys 13-0. I don't know if you saw that stat at halftime. The Cowboys only have 57 yards of total offense in the first half. This just in, that's not good. Dallas trailing 13-0 will get the ball first to start the second half. Lloyd will kick off. From the 3-yard line, Jamal Banks over the 20, 25. And Banks out to the 31-yard line. That's where the Cowboys will take over, 1st and 10. Cowboys are lucky they're only down 13-0. We'll have the Chiefs and the Bears. That'll be our Thanksgiving night game coming up next. First and 10 for the Cowboys. They come out in the I formation. Beck under center. Beck hands off. Nope, play action. Throws near side. Caught by Burton, the fullback. Out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Taylor Burton in his 12th year out of Kansas State. That stops the clock with 7:51 left here in the third quarter, at least for the moment. The clock will start running. This time, Beck under center.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
Beck, play action. Fires to the near side. Baxter out to the 42, a gain of 5. And that'll be enough for a Dallas first down. A swing pass to Sam Baxter, the 12th year back out of USC, the Heisman Trophy winner. Ty Barton on the tackle. Baxter is still a solid back, but it's been obvious this season he's lost a step or two. In the I formation, 1st and 10 Dallas at their own 42-yard line. Beck under center. Beck to Baxter, and Baxter to the 47, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Ross Martin, the safety, came up, made the tackle. Under 7 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Vikings up 13-0. Cowboys on the move. Dallas with 4 receivers set wide. Beck under center.
Let's go.
Beck, 3-step drop, fires across the middle to Banks, and Ty Martin breaks up that pass. Jamal Banks can't hold on. 2nd-year receiver out of Nebraska. And that'll bring up 3rd down for Dallas, 3rd and 5 at their own 47-yard line. Cowboys come out 4 wide once again. Beck in the shotgun. Beck draws back. Rolls out. And now Beck is going to take off. Nobody there. Picks up the first down. Out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. The Vikings left the left side wide open. And Carson Beck, the 2nd-year quarterback out of Georgia, picks up a Cowboy first down. 6:15 and counting here in the third quarter. Cowboys trying to get on the scoreboard. 4 wide once again. Beck under center. Beck to Baxter up the middle, and Baxter to the 31-yard line, a gain of 9. And that'll bring up 2nd and 1. Baxter kind of getting into a groove now. Getting 5, 6, 7 yards a pop. Ty Martin again on the tackle. He's been making a lot of tackles. Long drive by Dallas to start the second half. 5:45 left in the third quarter. Cowboys come out in the eye. Beck under center. Beck to Baxter. Picks up the first down before getting taken down by Donovan St. Paul. A 2-yard gain to the 29. First down, Dallas. Cowboys on the move now. 1st and 10 at the Viking 29. 5:20 and counting here in the third quarter. Cowboys come out. Beck on 1st and 10. Plant in motion. Beck, hands off. Nope, play action. Fires downfield. Caught by Plant. Down to the 19. Close to the marker. He's got it. That's a 10-yard catch for Tom Plant. Another Dallas first down. Long sustained drive by Dallas here in the third quarter. Tom Plant in his 12th year out of Texas Christian. Andrew Spencer, the safety on the tackle. First and 10 Dallas at the Viking 19. Beck under center. Hands off to Marvin Holiday, this time up the middle, and Holiday breaks a tackle and he's in for the touchdown. A 19-yard touchdown run by Marvin Holiday, the third year back out of Texas. And the Cowboys finally get a score. They make it a one-possession game. He bounced off of Lawrence Burnside, the safety, and got in for the touchdown. Burnside didn't wrap up. He just tried to make a big hit. Waldo's happy about that. And now Robert Riker will come on for the extra point. Riker for the point after. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. The Vikings lead is now 13-7 with 4:33 left to play here in the third quarter. Live from AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Our Week 13 Thanksgiving Day game here at Jammin' Sports. The Packers defeated the Lions earlier today, 26-14. That was our first Thanksgiving game today. That's on YouTube if you want to check it out. Go to Jammin' Sports. We have the Chiefs and the Bears up next. Andrew Jamison will kick off for Dallas. And there's the kick. About a yard deep. Dante Keith over the 20, 25. And Keith out to the 30-yard line. So the Vikings still up by 6. We'll take over now. 1st and 10. Jay Foster, the fifth-year quarterback out of Michigan, will come back out. Foster had a rough early couple of seasons in his career, but he's really come along. Vikings won the division last season. First and 10. Foster in the shotgun. 4 receivers set wide. Foster A draw play to Maffa, and Phil Maffa out to the 40-yard line, close to the marker, about 9.5. It'll be second and inches. Kerry Rule, the linebacker, on the tackle for Dallas. It'll be second and inches for Minnesota at their own 40-yard line. Greg Phillips also got in on the tackle. Clock is moving. 4:10 left to play here in the third. Second and inches for Minnesota at their own 40-yard line. Vikings come out 4 wide. Foster under center. Foster to Maffa, picks up the first down. 2 yards out to the 42-yard line. That'll keep the drive alive. First down, Vikings. It was Tyler Hackett, the defensive tackle, on the tackle in his 11th year at a Citadel. We have the Chiefs and the Bears coming up next. 1st and 10, Minnesota. At their own 42, they come out in the I. Foster fakes the handoff. Foster fires downfield, caught by Rondé James, down to the Dallas 37-yard line. 21 yards and a Viking first down. The 4th-year receiver out of Arizona. Aaron Jefferson, the safety, on the tackle for Dallas. Vikings up 13-7. If the Vikings were to score a touchdown here, they'll probably go for 2. .312 left here in the third quarter. 4 wide for Minnesota. Foster in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Foster to Maffa, up the middle, and Maffa driving forward down to the 28. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Minnesota. Aaron Jefferson came up again and made the tackle. Nice drive so far from Minnesota. Trying to make it a 2-score game again. 2nd and 1 from the Dallas 28-yard line. Foster in the shotgun. Foster drops back. Fires, caught by Rondé James. Down to the 23-yard line, a gain of 5. And that'll be another Viking first down. Aaron Jefferson again came up, made the tackle. .215 left to play here in the third. 1st and 10, Minnesota at the Dallas 23. Vikings with 3 to the far side. Foster in the shotgun. Foster drops back. Foster steps up, fires deep. Back of the end zone, James, touchdown, Minnesota. A 23-yard touchdown catch by Rondé James in the back of the end zone. Great footwork by James. They'll probably review it, but right now it looks like a touchdown. Let's watch it again. He definitely, I think, got both feet in. Look at that. Great footwork. That's a touchdown. We'll still probably get a review here. There's the review. Well, okay, let's take another look. Initially, it looked good. It still looks good. That's a touchdown. Great footwork by Rondé James. Great awareness. Ruling on the field stands. It's a touchdown. Now Minnesota will probably go for 2 to make it a 14-point game. All right, the 2-point try for the Vikings. They spread the receivers out. Foster in the gun. Single back. Foster. A draw play to Maffa. That doesn't work. That play took too long. Thomas Watts makes the hit. It's now a 12-point Viking lead. It's still a 2-possession game. Vikings up 19-7. 1:59 left to play here in the third quarter. Live from AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Our Week 13 Thanksgiving game here at Jammin' Sports. We'll have a doubleheader for you tomorrow. We still have the Chiefs and the Bears up next. And then tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern time, it'll be the Eagles and the Giants, followed by the Bengals and the Browns. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern time. There's the kickoff by Lloyd. At the 3-yard line, Marvin Holiday over the 20, 25. And Holiday brings it out to the 33, and that's where Dallas will have it, 1st and 10. Down by 12. Let's see if the Cowboys can get back in this. $1:54 left in the second quarter. Jimmy Jam along with Evil Dead and Waldo. The second game of our Thanksgiving triple header. 1st and 10 Cowboys at their own 33-yard line. Beck under center.
Here we go now.
Beck to Baxter, and Baxter spinning and juking and picks up a yard to the 34, making it a 2-yard gain. Ty Martin on the tackle. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. Waldo's over in the private suite. No, he's chomping on a turkey leg. He's in Jerry Jones's suite. 2nd and 8 from the 34-yard line, 4 wide. Beck under center.
Here we go now.
Beck to Baxter, and Baxter makes his way to the 43-yard line. A gain of 9 yards, and that'll be a Dallas first down. Lawrence Burnside came up, made the tackle. The 5th-year safety out of BYU. But that's going to be a Dallas first down. Cowboys can make it a 1-possession game with a touchdown. Cowboys come out. 3 to the far side. Beck under center. Beck draws back. Steps up. Throws near side. Caught by Baxter in the flat. Turns upfield. Makes a move. And he's out of bounds at the 46-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Oh, Waldo's in the bathroom on the second concourse level, cleaning up his stall. That's where he is. When it comes out, his shirt will be red, white, and brown with a tinge of yellow. First and 10, Dallas. Into Viking territory now, trying to make it a 1-possession game. 3 to the far side. Beck on the shotgun.
Here we go.
We're down to 42 seconds in the third. Beck looking, fires. Caught by Marshall. And Charlie Marshall down to the 28. A gain of 18. First down, Cowboys. Down to 30 seconds left. As the third quarter is winding down. Tackle made by number 21, Darrell Wilson, the rookie out of Notre Dame, the defensive back. Actually, it's Jeremy Bell, number 20. We're down to 20 seconds in the third. First and 10, Dallas at the Viking 28. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Beck under center. Beck looking, throws. Caught by Stevens. Nick Stevens down to the 17. A gain of 11. That's a Dallas first down. And that will do it for the third quarter. Vikings up 19-7 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Jerry World, AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. We go to the fourth quarter, our Week 13 Thanksgiving game. Vikings lead the Cowboys 19-7. It'll be 1st and 10 Dallas at the Vikings 17-yard line. Dallas down by 12. As we start quarter number 4, Carson Beck under center.
Let's go. 3-19.
Beck looking, fires, caught by Gibson. And Blair Gibson down to the 3-yard line. The third-year tight end out of Georgia Southern. A gain of 14 yards. 1st and goal Dallas at the Viking 3. Ross Martin, Lawrence Burnside came over, made the tackle. Can Dallas punch it in? 1st and goal from the 3. Cowboys come out in the eye. Beck under center. Beck, play action, rolls out, fires to Stevens, touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown catch by Nick Stevens, the 7th-year tight end out of Tennessee. And Dallas has pulled to within 6. 19-13. Dallas will just go for 2. Or go for 1, excuse me. They'll make it a 5-point game. That was a nice drive by the Cowboys. And now Robert Riker for the point after. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. It's a 5-point game. Vikings up 19-14. 7:27 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Live from AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Our Week 13 Thanksgiving game here at Jammin' Sports. The Vikings at 6-5, Dallas at 6-5. Pretty much a must-win for both teams. Especially when you look at the NFC wildcard race. It's been a good game so far. Robert Riker will kick off. Actually, Andrew Jameson kicks off, the punter. There's the kick from the 4-yard line. Dante Keith over the 20, 25. Keith gets outside. Out to the 36. Couldn't quite get to the corner, but a nice return. And Minnesota will start at their own 36-yard line. Jay Foster comes back out. His number's on the day. Not bad. Not spectacular, but not bad. $7:22 left to play. Vikings up by 5. I look for Minnesota to try to grind out some time here. 5 wide, empty backfield. Foster in the shotgun.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Foster drops, looking. Fires outside, caught by Mills. And John Mills picks up 4 out to the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. The 4th-year receiver out of UNLV. Raynard Henderson, the linebacker, on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Vikings. At their own 40. We're coming up on 7 minutes left. Vikings up by 5. 5 wide, empty backfield again. Foster back. Foster fires. And incomplete. Can you rinse this out? Get me some milk. Grace is going to get me a glass of milk. It's not. I'm just thirsty. 3rd and 6 from the 40-yard line. 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster looking. Foster fires, and it's nearly picked off. Aaron Jefferson nearly picks it off. The Vikings go 3 and out. Dallas gets a stop. Thank you there, Gracie. My mouth was getting dry, and I don't want to load up on caffeine. It'll be 4th down. James Spalding in to punt. Spalding gets the punt away. Dallas is going to get a chance now to take the lead. From the 10-yard line, Banks brings it back over the 20. And Jamal Banks out to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 Cowboys. Plenty of time, 6:38 left. Waldo's hoping the Cowboys can come back. Misty's hoping the Vikings can hold on, as does Evil Dead. It's a 5-point ball game. Misty's laughing at something. I have no idea what. Misty almost fell off the bed. 4 wide. Beck in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Beck draws back. Beck looking, fires down the field, and it's picked off the other way. Lawrence Burnside gets it right back for the Vikings. And he brings it back to the Cowboy 31-yard line. The 5th-year safety out of BYU, Lawrence Burnside, picks it off. And Minnesota gets it right back. The intended receiver was Tom Plant. The Vikings have held Plant to just 1 catch today for 10 yards. And now the Vikings come back out with a chance to make it a 2-score game. They have to get a touchdown for it to be a 2-score game. A field goal would keep it a 1-score game. 6:33 left. That's a huge mistake by Dallas. Let's see if the Vikings can capitalize. Minnesota comes out in the I formation. Foster under center.
Let's go. Green 39.
Foster, play action. Rolls out. Fires deep. Caught by Mills. No, incomplete. Broken up by the linebacker. I think it was Phillips that knocked or ripped it out of there. Don Phillips in his 8th year out of UCLA. Incomplete pass will be 2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line. Don't forget, we have the Chiefs and the Bears after this. 2nd and 10 from the Dallas 31. Vikings, everybody in tight. Foster under center. Foster drops back. Fires, and it's nearly picked off by Jefferson. They were looking for Underwood, and Jefferson knocks it down. It'll be 3rd and 10. .6:23 left. Vikings holding on to a slim 5-point lead here in the 4th quarter. Third and 10. Foster in the shotgun.
Let's go.
Foster draws back. Foster looking. Throws to Underwood. Underwood down to the 24-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6. It'll be 4th and 4. Dallas will try a 41-yard field goal. Or Minnesota will, I'm sorry. A 41-yard field goal attempt. It'll make it an 8-point game. It'll keep it a 1-possession game. Randy Lloyd from 41 to put the Vikings up by 8. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Vikings are up 22-14 with 5:51 left. That forces Dallas to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this game up. We could have overtime on Turkey Day. I know it's only November 9th, but on my sim season schedule, it's Thanksgiving. We're in week 13. Vikings at 6-5, Dallas at 6-5. It's been a good game so far. Lloyd will kick off for Minnesota. About 2 yards deep. Banks brings it back over the 10, 15, 20, 25. Jamal Banks, a flag is down though. Brings it out to about the 38, but a flag is down. This one's coming back. Block in the back on Dallas. Bernard Henderson, the guilty party.
Automatic first down.
That's going to back it all the way back to the 23-yard line. 5:45 left. The Cowboys need a touchdown and a 2-point try. They have time. Cowboys come out 4 wide, make it 5, empty backfield. Beck in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Beck draws back. Beck looking. Fires deep. Caught by Banks. Jamal Banks all the way out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 26. And a Dallas first down. In his second year out of Nebraska, Jamal Banks. Tackle made on the sideline by Alex Woodson in his 5th year out of Miami, along with Ross Martin, the safety. That'll stop the clock. 5:38 left. Now it runs. 1st and 10 Dallas at their own 49. They come out 4 wide. Beck in the shotgun. Beck draws back. Fires down the middle. Wide open. Nick Stevens, the tight end, breaks a tackle, and Stevens is in for the touchdown. 51 yards to Nick Stevens, the 7th-year tight end out of Tennessee. And the Cowboys have pulled to within 2. And now the Cowboys will go for 2. 51 yards, wide open down the middle. Breaks a tackle there. Burnside can't catch up to him. And it's now a 2-point game. Boy, what a football game this has turned out to be. And now the 2-point try by the Cowboys. They come out. They spread the receivers out 4 wide. Beck in the shotgun. Somebody jumped. I think the Vikings did.
Neutral zone infraction.
Yep.
Defense.
Half the distance to the goal. And now the 2-point try will be from the 1-yard line. Josiah Hayes jumped off sides. Now they'll try it from the 1. Much easier. That, believe it or not, that 1 yard opens up a lot of plays. If you can't make a 1-yard plunge, you don't deserve to be out there. Vikings up 22-20. Dallas going for 2 after the penalty from the 1-yard line. Cowboys come out. They shift their formation. They're now in the I. Beck pitches to Baxter. He's in. 2-point try is good. We're tied at 22 with 5:21 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Live from AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Our Week 13 Thanksgiving Day game, and it's been a good one. Here at Jammin' Sports, we're tied at 22. Dynamite game. Better than the first one. Packers beat the Lions 26-14. And it really wasn't even that close. Packers dominated. And now Andrew Jamison will kick off for Dallas. Waldo's liking that. And there's the kick. From the 4-yard line. Dante Keith over the 20, 25. And Keith brings it out to the 28-yard line. That's where Minnesota will take over, 1st and 10. A lot of time left. 5:16 on the clock. Jay Foster will come back out. If I'm the coach for Minnesota, I'm going to try to eat up some time here. You're tied and you have the ball halfway through the 4th quarter. We have the Chiefs and the Bears after this. Our Thanksgiving night game. 1st and 10 from the 28. Foster under center. Foster looking. Foster fires, caught by Underwood, and lost Underwood, just pushing forward out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 13. And that'll be a Minnesota first down. And the clock is a-moving. 5 minutes left. We're tied at 22. Lawson Underwood would not be denied. The 11th year tight end out of Iowa. All 11 years with the Vikings. He's been a very dependable tight end, one of the better tight ends in the league. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Vikings with 2 backs in the backfield. Foster in the shotgun. Foster fakes the handoff. Foster fires deep. Caught by Rondé James to the Cowboy 46-yard line. 13 yards and a Viking first down. As Rondé James goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. 4:28 and counting. Minnesota now in Dallas territory in a tie ball game. We're tied at 22. Everybody in tight. Foster under center. Foster fakes the handoff, rolls out, scrambles the other way, and Foster fires downfield to James again, down to the 32, a gain of 20, a gain of 14. Another Viking first down. Rondé James having a huge night. Bernard Henderson on the tackle. Another Viking first down. 3:54 and counting. You just get better games on Madden 19. Overall, you do. You don't get as many blowouts. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Foster in the shotgun. Fires outside, caught by Merced. Thomas Merced all the way down to the 7-yard line, a 25-yard gain. The fourth year receiver out of Texas Christian, the former Charger, Thomas Merced, his first catch of the day. It'll be 1st and goal for the Vikings at the Dallas 7-yard line. Tackle made by Greg Phillips and Aaron Jefferson. 1st and goal, Minnesota. You got to be careful here. They're going to score with a lot of time on the clock, and Dallas is going to have time to retaliate. .320 left. Vikings come out. 1st and goal from the Dallas 7. Foster to Maffa, and Phil Maffa down to the 1, a gain of 6. Finally tackled down by Philip Stillman, the defensive tackle. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. We're inside 3 minutes now. We're tied at 22. Vikings trying to retake the lead. 2nd and goal from the 1. Cowboys trying to get a stop. Everybody in tight. Foster to Maffa, and Maffa gets buried by Kerry Rule back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 3. Great play by the All-Pro linebacker. It'll be 3rd and goal back at the 4-yard line. Clock is moving. 2:27 and counting. 3rd and goal for the Vikings. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Foster under center. Foster drops back, fires back of the end zone. Keith, touchdown, Vikings. Dante Keith, a 4-yard touchdown catch, and the Vikings retake the lead, 28-22. They'll just kick the extra point. Great drive by Minnesota to answer the Dallas touchdown with one of their own. The 8th-year receiver out of Penn State, Dante Keith. Just a dynamite game. It's going back and forth. You never know. This could be a playoff preview. And now Randy Lloyd for the point after. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. Vikings back up by 7, 29-22 with 2:13 left. They left a lot of time on the clock. Plenty of time for Dallas to come back. Cowboys have all 3 of their timeouts and the 2-minute warning. But the Cowboys, they're going to be in 4-down territory. They need a touchdown. Davis has come back in. In what has been a dynamite game. And now kicking off will be Randy Lloyd for the Vikings. This will be fielded a yard deep by Jamal Banks out over the 15-20. Banks brings it out to the 29. 1st and 10 Dallas. They're down by 7. Carson Beck comes back out. 2:09 on the clock. We'll have a play and then the 2-minute warning. Cowboys come out 5 wide, empty backfield. Beck on the shotgun. Beck draws back, throws, and caught by Jamal Banks all the way out to the 50, a gain of 21. 2-minute warning. Vikings up 29-22 here at Javits Sports. Welcome back to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Our Week 13 Thanksgiving Day game. We're at the 2-minute warning in the 4th quarter. The Vikings up 29-22. This one's setting us up nicely for overtime. We've only had 3 overtime games this season. Just 3. And we're in Week 13 already. It's hard to believe we've only had 3. 4 wide. 1st and 10 Cowboys from the 50-yard line. Beck in the shotgun. Beck draws back. Beck throws. Caught by Stevens. And Nick Stevens to the 45, a gain of 5. Alex Woodson drives him out of bounds. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. That'll stop the clock with 1:57 left. Vikings up by 7, 29-22. Cowboys trying to tie it up, send the game to overtime. 3 wide to the near side. Beck on the shotgun on 2nd and 5. Beck fires near side, caught by Marshall, and Charlie Marshall down to the 33, a gain of 12. Cowboys in the hurry up. 1st and 10 from the Viking 33. 3 to the far side. Beck on the shotgun. Beck looking, steps up, fires, and is batted down by Ty Barton. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. The big linebacker bats it down, intended for Nick Stevens. Well, you have 2 evenly matched teams, Davis. They're both 6 and 5. .136 left. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. Dallas comes out with 4 wide. Beck on the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Beck draws back. Beck rolls out, steps up. He's going to take off. And Beck picks up the first down up the middle, all the way down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 18. Dallas stays in the hurry-up. They want to keep the Viking defense from subbing out. 1st and 10. Beck in the shotgun. Back to throw. Beck steps up, fires, dumps it off to Baxter, and Baxter makes his way down to the 6-yard line, a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Dallas in the hurry-up again from the 6-yard line. Beck in the shotgun. Beck looking. Beck steps up, fires, dumps it off to Baxter. Touchdown, Dallas. A 6-yard touchdown catch by Sam Baxter. Oh, what a drive by Dallas. And we're about to be tied up again. This is going to go down as one of the better Thanksgiving games I've had in my sim season history. And now the all-important extra point by Robert Riker. Kick is up. And the kick is good. We're tied at 29. 57 seconds. Dallas may have left too much time. The Cowboys cannot play like this in real life. I told you my NFL is better. The Vikings still have all 3 of their timeouts, and all they need is a field goal. Plenty of time. 57 seconds when you have 3 timeouts. Boys hit the crack pipe good at halftime. We're tied at 29 with 57 seconds left. Been a dynamite game. And now Andrew Jameson will kick off for Dallas. Let's see what the Vikings can do. There's the kickoff by Jameson. It'll be fielded by Mills at the 3-yard line over the 15, 20, 25. And Mills brings it out to the 31-yard line. So Minnesota now about 40 yards away from field goal range. What a day for Rondé James. He's had a great day. 53 seconds. You have all 3 of your timeouts. Vikings need about 40 to 45 yards for a decent field goal shot. Plenty of time. You have 3 timeouts. The Vikings are playing pretty good too. Foster in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Foster drops back. Foster looking. Fires. Caught by Rondé James into Dallas territory to the 46-yard line. That's a 23-yard gain. The Vikings in the hurry up. They don't want the Dallas defense summing out. Foster in the shotgun. Foster back. Fires and incomplete. He missed the back out of the backfield. If somebody will take care of the garbage for me, I'd appreciate it. That'll stop the clock with 33 seconds left. Vikings in Dallas territory. They need about 15 to 20 yards for a decent field goal shot. 3 wide to the far side. Foster in the shotgun. On 2nd and 10, Foster back. Fires, caught by Underwood. Doesn't get much. 3 yards, but the Vikings take a timeout to the 43-yard line. They have 2 timeouts left. 29 seconds left. We're tied at 29. Thank you, Evil Dead, for taking out the trash. Minnesota still has 2 timeouts. They've worked it down to the Dallas 43-yard line. It'd be a 60-yard field goal from here. I don't think Lloyd has the leg for that. Bless you, Misty. Misty woke up to sneeze. Now she's back to sleep. 3rd and 7. Foster in the shotgun on 3rd down. Foster back. Foster rolls out. Fires across the field. Caught by John Mills. Mills down to the Cowboy 27-yard line. A gain of 16. And the Vikings take a timeout. They have 1 left. And now Minnesota in field goal range. It'd be a 44-yard field goal from here. 19 seconds left. Minnesota, they still have a timeout. They'll probably try to get closer. Can the Vikings pull this one out? Minnesota comes out 4 wide. Foster under center. 19 seconds left. Foster. They're going to hand off to Maffa. Try to get closer. And Maffa inside the 20. They pick up the 1st down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 13. And now Minnesota will take a timeout with 5 seconds left. And they'll kick the field goal at their leisure. Wow, nice run by Phil Maffa. Down to the 14-yard line. This will be a 31-yard field goal attempt by Randy Lloyd to win it for the Vikings. If he makes it, the Vikings are going to be 7-5, and the Cowboys are going to drop to 6-6. And Evil Dead's going to be 2-0 tonight. Waldo's going to be 0-2 tonight. Cowboys probably will. They do. So the Cowboys take a timeout. They'd want to ice the kicker. 5 seconds left. Randy Lloyd, the fourth-year kicker out of Utah State, will line up for a 31-yard field goal attempt to win it for the Vikings with 5 seconds left. We're tied at 29. Been a dynamite game. Chiefs-Bears up next. Our Thanksgiving night game. All right, here we go. Randy Lloyd from 31 yards for the win. Kick is up. Kick is good. And with 2 seconds left on the clock, the Vikings lead at 32-29. So Minnesota's going to have to kick off. Dallas has to hope they can return this for a touchdown. They called their timeout a little too early. Now watch the Cowboys return this. I would laugh. All right, last chance for Dallas. Here's the kick. Banks from the 2-yard line over the 10, 15, 20, 25. Jamal Banks gets taken down, and that's ball game. Your final score, Minnesota 32, Dallas 29. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Kansas City and Chicago up next.